The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nope, game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We stream live, kyokradio.org on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku. That's right. If you got a Roku streaming device, all you got to do is download BS3 TV, and you'll get some very great shows, not just sports, but a whole lot of different shows, and you'll get the lunch break right there in the middle of your day. Big shout out to Ben Sutter III for allowing us to be a part of the BS3 network. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday. Talk Your Team Tuesday, and man, do we have a lot to talk about. Big Ben last night going off as a victor, as a winner in the final home game of the Pittsburgh Steelers season. Big Ben goes out a winner, and we are gotta just say I can't be mad. I can't be mad. Nice little 26-14 win over Cleveland. What happened in Cleveland? They're 7-9. They really should have been something like 12-5, 13-4, somewhere in there. I know AJ, if Baker hadn't gotten hurt, all right, that's fine and well if Baker hadn't gotten hurt, but Kevin Stefanski, what are you doing to protect your franchise quarterback while he's hurt? You know, you're not just the head coach, you're the offensive coordinator. Got one of the best running backs in the league, and what do they do in a very limited fashion? They run the ball, very limited. I digress. Let me focus on Big Ben. Got him a win. And Najee Harris, oh my goodness. I told y'all when the Steelers drafted him, that was going to be a surprise pick. That was going to be a pick that was going to bear fruit, very similar to Derrick Henry with Tennessee. And all he did was go out and break the rookie rushing record held by a Hall of Famer. That's all he did. Last night, He ran 28 times, 188 yards, 1 touchdown. He averaged almost 7 yards a carry. As a team, the Steelers ran the ball 31 times for 190. So he was definitely the one that got the job done running the ball. Nick Chubb, 12 carries, 58 yards a carry, was averaging almost 5 yards a pop and only touched it 12 times out of the backfield. You know, these new age offensive coordinators, I'm not trying to sound like the old dude, get off my lawn. Not trying to sound like that. But you got some offensive coordinators out there that they are not going to stop until they show you they've got a plan to throw the ball. They're not going to stop until they show you that they've got a plan to throw the ball. I'll never forget when my son was real little. I mean, real little. Little cat. He would come up and say, "Hey, Daddy." I say, "What?" He said, "I got a crack in my butt. Want to see it?" And I'm like, "No." That's some of these offense coordinators today. They want to show you something that you already know that they have. That's why I'm not going to lie. I give a lot of credit to New England when they played that game against Buffalo and they ran the ball all day. What was your boy, 2 for 3? Mac Jones was 2 for 3. That took guts. That took patience. That was good coaching. I know the head coach of Buffalo didn't want to give it up to Bill Belichick, but again, I give credit where credit is due. And then when Indianapolis turned around and did the same thing to New England, you know we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. You got to figure out how to stop us from running the ball. Kevin Stefanski and other offensive coordinators like him want to show you they got a crack in their butt. And if you got a butt, we all have a crack in it. All right, let me take a break. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break. Talk to your team Tuesday. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Or you can text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday on the lunch break.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
KYOK.
The legendary KYOK, 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're listening to the
All right, we appreciate you there on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all new 92.3 FM lunch break. Make you jump, jump, jump. Just got somebody to text me saying that he thought the 2004 quarterback class in the NFL was the greatest ever. I'm gonna dig into that because I know. But anyway, let me go to the phone line real quick. Hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Dre, how you feel?
Man, with my hands. How about you, brother?
Oh man, we both gonna come through in 2022.
I know that's right, brother.
Man, okay, I want to talk about whatever happened to respecting those that came before you. Whatever happened to respecting your elders? Last week they showed highlights of the Rockets game, and Christian Wood threw a bad pass over one of the players' head, and it was an accident, man. Busted a female fan in the face. I think she suffered like a concussion or whatever. She was pretty shaken up, man. And I know the brother didn't mean to do it, man, but it would have been good for him to rush over there to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. Or after the game, got with the lady and said, whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. Just be apologetic. But this guy don't send a meme talking about it happened to the best of us, and he's smiling, man. I mean, and then what happened with Kevin Porter Jr. disrespecting the great John Lucas, a man who done did it all, done it all, seen it all. He a legend, man. And John Lucas, the coach, one of the coaches, asked the brother to go in the game. He ain't going in the game. Matter of fact, he left. Just left the arena, man. And I'm just saying, man, what happened to respecting your elders, man? And I'm saying to shut up. I think about Jackie Robinson, Bill Russell, the big old Oscar Robertson, all the things that these guys had to go through. They paved the way for these youngsters to make all this money. Kirk Flood, and these guys just, is it going to take a white coach for these guys to have any kind of respect? But what's your opinion about that, man?
I got a lot to say about it. I just think that, brother, I think you said it. I think you said it, that there's some that don't quite look at the past and look at history with the same kind of respect. And I've told people all the time, right, wrong, or indifferent, this is a different generation. These young people don't all have the same kind of idolize, reverence, worship of head coaches like some of us did back in the day. And I'm not saying they're wrong, we were right, or we were right and they were wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not the same. So when folks try to say, oh, this coach back in my day did this coach back in my day did that, you got some young people now who said, I wouldn't have played if that was the case. I wouldn't have took that. So that's why you see some of the things going on with the coaches. But the whole stuff with players, injuring a fan in some kind of way, that's an exception, not the rule. Because I know players that have gone to the hospital with fans. I know players that have been so mentally shaken for hurting someone that, they were no more good. I know folks that have paid medical bills and did all kinds of stuff for fans that got injured as a result of their not any negligence, but just their actions. And then the whole thing with Kevin Porter Jr. and John Lucas, man, Kevin Porter Jr., brother, has, again, issues that more of the focus needs to be on him getting his issues resolved and what he can do with the basketball. You cannot cover up his issues with his basketball talent. You can't cover it up with giving him more money. You got to get him some help in addition to him playing basketball. And if he can't get better while playing basketball, then the basketball's got to wait.
Yeah, man, because I think about back when Mark Jackson was with Golden State, had all that talent, but for some reason he couldn't get him over the hump. I don't know if the players respected him or what, but soon as Steve Kerr came in, they won. And then, back in the day here in Houston, when Don Chaney, Duck Chaney, Houston Cougars had the great Rocket team, and they couldn't get over the hump for some reason. But when Rudy Tomjanovich came in, they won back to back. I mean, is it just something about us as black? I worship in Atlanta on the weekend at the Beloved Community Church, and my minister, Dr. Slaughter, said that we as black people will kill each other over disrespect. But when white people disrespect us, we seem to skin and grin and overlook it. I mean, is it just something in our history or our psyche that make us not respect each other? I'm talking about in sports also, man.
Yeah, you know what? And what's interesting, there are a number of studies out there that talk about that. There are a number of surveys that were unanimous where you asked if a player respected a certain coach over another coach. And the numbers literally speak for themselves. I always say numbers don't lie. Our interpretation of the numbers could be a lie. But there are a lot of people, man, that many of which didn't have black head coaches coming up. Many of which, trusted, respected, felt like a father-son relationship with the coaches that they did have. And then now they get someone like that in the pros or on a higher level, and they don't get the same kind of respect that the other coach would get. Now, watch this. Listen, it doesn't always have to be malicious. Sometimes it could just be subconscious. Sometimes it could just be subconscious in that, you reacted a certain way and you never put any words or thoughts to it. And those are the kind of things that people don't want to discuss because, they want it to be black and white. They want it to be either you're being biased or you're not. Either you're being racist or you're not. Either you're being bigoted or you're not. And it's not always that cut and dry. It's not always black and white. Sometimes it's very gray.
Okay, then last but not least, if I have time, because I know Ferdinand would to get on some of this action. Hey, man, okay, Antonio Brown, a gifted athlete, a gifted young man. I'm not going to come down hard on the brother.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You get ready to do it right now. Go ahead and finish your thought.
I'm not going to come down. I'm not going to. And matter of fact, I give a whole lot of credit to Tom Brady for saying what he said.
I do too. I do too. I thought Tom Brady, out of everybody that I heard, now I can't speak for everybody, but out of everybody I heard, Tom Brady had the most measured, thoughtful, and compassionate response to both sides of it, and I appreciated it.
Yeah, I hope the brother get the help he needed. He probably do with the NFL because I don't know if nobody else is going to want to take a chance on him. But I really hope the brother get the help he need. But I already felt this one guy was a racist, but then Michael Strahan joined in and was like, Terry Bradshaw, his comment was put the guy in a straitjacket and send him to a hospital or somewhere. I mean, how insensitive, how cruel, how malicious is that, man? And I want to start a petition to get Bradshaw fired, man, because how could you say something like that about this young man? You don't know what this young brother is going through, and for you to be on national TV while millions of people seeing you and listening to you, and for you to say, put him in a straitjacket, and then Michael Strahan, a soul, a brother. I thought he was, but he in on that, laughing at it. How did you feel about that, man? I'm disappointed in Michael.
I didn't hear it, didn't know it. Let me just say this: Hollywood Henderson said it best about Terry Bradshaw. Couldn't spell cat if you spotted him the C and the T.
All right.
Michael Strahan has no allegiance or alliance to anything or anybody, but the reality is they're talking about mental health, and both of them are ignorant to mental health. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, man. Hey, I appreciate you taking my call, man. Have a prosperous and a happy new year, and get Ferdinand egg, because Ferdinand make a whole lot of sense. I'm not mad at Ferdinand. Young man Rumble.
The greatest of all time. Let me take another call real quick. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Well, Happy New Year to you, Andre. Lunch breakers. And yeah, Grady, you're right. I'm ready to get in on it because, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, do me a favor. Let me take a quick break. That way we won't be cut off, okay?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, I'll be right back with Ferdinand right after this on the lunch break.
Business, from side hustles to major business opportunity, Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access, no cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy, and right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business, or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there. Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion, with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Whitney, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all. We're back on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Streaming live, KYOKradio.org. Real quick. The greatest said, don't be cutting Ferdinand off. Let him speak, chump. LOL. Man, leave me alone, man. I'm getting Ferdinand off. Hold on, Ferdinand. You all right, man? I ain't mean to cut you off, man. I don't want you and Greatest teaming up on me. You know, Greatest can box, but I don't want y'all coming like the tag team wrestling, Road Warriors, Rock and Roll Express, the Freebirds, the Von Air. I don't need y'all coming for me like that.
Oh, no, sir. Not at all. I know how to. One thing I've learned over time, AJ, is how to have patience.
Well, brother, I appreciate you. Congratulations on your team getting a big win last night. Your head coach in 15 seasons has never had a losing record. No other coach NFL history has not had a losing record in their for their entire career. And Coach Tomlin has done that. He's going into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. But AJ, before I get into the good news, I just want to wish you all the lunch breakers a happy New Year. And just because I don't call you guys by names, man, I appreciate each and every one of you. I love listening to everybody that's part of this lunch break family for these many years, because we've really just been having a great time, and I'm enjoying the ride, AJ.
Well, we appreciate you as well, sir. We appreciate you as well.
Antonio Brown, guys, a wise man, a man clothed in his right mind, doesn't carry out how Antonio Brown has been carrying out. Something is mentally, neurologically wrong. Whether it be from a concussion or something of that nature, no ordinary guy acts like what is going on with Antonio Brown. So, guys, what is the compassion? Man, look, that's a mother's child. That's a guy, we love football, but Antonio Brown may not love football. He's great at it. He's good at what he does, but that's not in his forefront. It may have been. But whatever is going on with that young man, we just need to throw our arms around him and pray for him. We're so eager, man, to throw anybody under the bus, man. Man, something is definitely wrong with that young man. And our prayers go out to him, whatever, like Tom Brady said, whatever going on with him. And we pray that he gets the help that he needs. He's a great player, receiver, AJ, we haven't seen in a long, long time. But just because somebody goes through something, we don't get rid of them. We don't throw them under the bus. We all have flaws. And that young man just going through something, but man, I'm just one of those brothers that, man, look, I'm not going to judge anybody. If you see something wrong with me, AJ, brother, just pray for me. And just know that trouble don't last always.
Yeah.
So I just pray that that young man can get what he's trying to get to with the prayers of those, who know who Christ is. And I'll leave that with that, AJ. But 9 sacks. 9 sacks. That's amazing for Pittsburgh. I don't know what's going on in Cleveland camp at this point. I'm not going to bash them, but, man, kudos to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, glad that Ben, wants to go out on top. Whether you make it to the playoffs or not, man, just go in and give it all you have.
Yeah.
He had a wonderful, wonderful career in Pittsburgh, and we appreciate what all he was able to do. We don't all stay young. At some point, Father Time catches up with all of us.
Right.
So he's done a great job, and AJ, man, just continue to win. If he can win the last game of the season, he's already won a Super Bowl in my book, man. But just stay healthy and go out playing like you want to win, and that's all you can ask for the young man.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely wishing him well. I mean, it's not over yet. Like you said, he's got one more game. He said last night he'll be ready for that game as well. But, man, Najee Harris, brother, blessed y'all last night and allowed between Najee Harris, the defense, including T.J. Watt, they allowed Big Ben to go off as a winner on Heinz Field for the last time. And, man, I appreciated it. I respected it.
What a victory. Like I said, man, that was a great game, not only for Big Ben and the team, but for the fans, man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching it. I mean, that was one of the best games I saw. And like I say, sometimes, AJ, we have weapons on our team. But if we don't utilize our weapons, we can still become a failure.
Yeah.
Trust the process. If you have, AJ, I'm a part of your team. You're a part of my team. If I need to utilize some knowledge that my brother has, I'm going to come to my brother. You're not in my presence for no reason. I'm not in your presence for no. We're in this thing called life together, and we can help one another.
Yeah.
You're strong in your areas, and I'm strong in my areas. But we can put both of our strengths together, and we can become great. But it's all about knowing how to utilize the talent that you have.
Yep, I agree. You had a good week in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, but I think it was a little bit too late, Ferdinand. Just a little bit too late.
Well, as long as I go out fighting, Doc, I don't have a problem with it, man. I can't stay under the bottom too long. What's under the bottom can always rise to the top at any given time.
Yeah, definitely that, brother. I appreciate you as always, man.
All right, God bless. Have a good one.
All right, Ferdinand, Caller of the Year 2017, the greatest Caller of the Year 2018, and then it was Donna Coleman-Holman, Caller of the Year 2019. Keith Hennick was Caller of the Year 2020, and I don't think I even announced who Caller of the Year 2021 was, and it was close between two guys that like to go at it with each other, but one guy had a slight edge. So for back-to-back years, we had a person named Keith be the Caller of the Year. This time for 2021, it was Longhorn Keith. Longhorn Keith was Caller of the Year for 2021, just edging out his Longhorn brother, Todd Malcolm. Todd would be right in there. Todd would be the clear-cut favorite to be the Caller of the Year. And then I don't know what happens. He goes in the witness protection program. He starts talking crazy about the Patriots. He starts talking crazy about Mac Jones, and we have to penalize him. We have to deduct points from his total, and then all of a sudden you look up and somebody else wins it. So for 2021, Longhorn Keith, you are the caller of the year. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, so let's do this real quick. I want to do this real quick. Somebody sent me a message and said that the 2004 draft class was the best draft class of quarterback. Let me tell you who was in 2004. Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls. Ben Roethlisberger, did he win 2? Big Ben's got 1, right? Or 2. He's got 2. Phillip Rivers has none. J.P. Lossman has none for Buffalo. Matt Schaub. Luke McNown. Bradley Van Pelt. Jim Sorgi. Cody Pickett. Craig Krenzel. B.J. Simmons. Matt Mock. Jeff Smoker. Casey Bramlett. John Navarre. Andy Hall. Josh Harris. And Jamal Lord were the drafted quarterbacks in 2004. I'm going to go to the phone line because that's not even open for discussion. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, Jay, it's Longhorn Keith, man. I heard my name called and I had to pull over to the side of the road. I want to give my acceptance speech and say thank you. First, give it honor to God who's ahead of my life and to this wonderful congregation of breakers. Man, bro, like, this is so amazing, man. Thank you so much. I just like listening more than I like calling, man. I never set out to do any of that kind of stuff, but, man, I'm excited. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of the show. And all of the craziness that we bring to the show, I greatly appreciate it. And I didn't want to miss Talking Team Tuesday and make people feel like I'm going to ignore the fact that my Cowboys stunk it up Sunday.
Yeah, they were a little stinky. They were a little stinky. Look, Mama, you sure you took a bath? Are you sure? Lift up your arms. No, Mama, why you got to go under my arm? That's how them Cowboys were for Sunday, brother.
Yeah, man, it was for 3 quarters. We actually looked like, one of the things that concerns me is, 2, the inconsistency of Dak in that game, and more importantly, probably in the last 6 weeks. 5 out of the last 6 weeks, he has had some games where he hasn't been atrocious, but he certainly hasn't been up to the speed that he was at the beginning of the season. And, whether it's an injury or whatever is going on with him, it just didn't look it didn't look great. Now, we've been able to overcome some of that with great defensive play, but, I can't put all of this on Dak. I got to look at the team as a whole, and I'll tell you some guys who really, really frustrated me was obviously the left side of our offensive line. Smith is back, and he's not 100% healthy, and he won't ever be 100% healthy. He's been in the league too long. Teron Smith is getting a little bit long in the tooth, and I think they're going to have to address that. And Connor Williams at left guard is by far he is our Achilles heel, and if there's ever going to be an issue with us getting out of the playoffs or getting out of our own way, so to speak, I think this is going to be the problem. And obviously we can't do anything about it this year, but going into the offseason, those 2 areas have to be addressed. And of course, Brown at defensive back he is what he is, and we put him in situations, or he gets put in situations where he's left on an island with a guy who's 6'4", he's 5'10", 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
And he calls. The thing that bothers me is they allow him to get up and press a guy who's 6'4", and he's 5'11", and think like that's gonna work.
Right.
And for the life of me, I just don't understand where our defense coordinator thinks that that's okay.
Yeah, that Dan Quinn that we saw Sunday was that Dan Quinn that we saw Super Bowl 51 in the second half. Because, brother, I mean, some of his schemes were like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, and and it's funny you mention that because he's been covered up a lot. His schemes have been covered up a lot by great athleticism. I mean, because we got a lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball. But I'll tell you, some of the bonehead things that were being done and or called, I'm just like, come on, guys, like, get the guys out of their own way. Help them help themselves. And so, like I said, I can't put the whole loss on Dak. I can't put that was a team stink bomb. I mean, our kicker, oh my gosh, Zerline should have been gone. But we have what we have going into this playoffs, and I'll tell you, my biggest concern is we haven't been as competitive against winning teams.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for me. That's a real big problem. But we'll see how it all plays out. I'm still obviously die hard. I'm a ride and die with my boys. I just hope we are able to get past the first round.
Well, if the first round started today, you would have that same Arizona team, and I feel like y'all would play them a lot better than you did last Sunday.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, but we'll see how that shakes out because Philly is going to come ready to be trying to get in the playoffs. Philly is going to be trying to get themselves in the playoffs, and Jalen Hurts is one of them dudes. Like, if y'all had a problem with Kyler Murray, you might end up having that same problem with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and they're a scrappy team, so let's not kid ourselves and act like Philly, you're right. They're trying to make a spot in the playoffs, and they're a scrappy team. Minus a few breaks here and there, they would be competing for the division, but nonetheless, they're a scrappy team. And we just I feel like the Cowboys cannot continue to play so inconsistent as a team.
Right.
If one part is letting you down, I mean, all three phases on Sunday, we looked atrocious.
Yep.
Special teams looked atrocious.
Yep.
Offense looked atrocious.
Yep.
Defense looked atrocious.
Yep.
So my hope is that we'll get better before the playoffs or during the playoffs and make a good run at it. But right now, I just want them to get a little consistent.
Gotcha. Longhorn Keith, congratulations being Call of the Year 2021. You can let Todd know that you beat him out on that one too.
Yeah, man, and let me tell my mama, I made it.
All right, brother. Listen, don't enter the transfer portal on me. Stick with me, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, of course. All right, take care, brother. Have a good one.
All right, Longhorn Keith, Caller of the Year 2021. Congratulations. All right, listen, I got to get ready to hit this break. When we come back, that 2004 draft class, they are eight. But I got another one for you. I want you to check out what we're talking about on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We'll be right back.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking.
Love talking.
Enjoy living on Get Up Mornings. You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. I realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor, so now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered
800-21.
Keeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind in paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
I am Jacqueline Carr, and here is your winning strategy. We are extremely thankful for things, but you must also think beyond things. Think beyond your job, because that's not the only stream that God has given you. With Him as the source, He has several rivers flowing for you to acquire. The rivers are flowing in you. Access them. What's in you can be activated and begin to leap to bring forth the greatness that has been bubbling on the inside of you. When walking in your vision, don't allow the lack of faith cause you to miss out on your lifetime of living the great life that was ordained for you from the beginning. Faith causes you to succeed and to win. It's time for you to win in life by accessing your faith.
It's your boy Trayvon Boykin. You listening to the Lunch.
All right, thank you there, Trayvon Boykins, T-Boy, T-Bone, goes by a lot of different handles. But anyway, we appreciate it right here on the lunch break. Glad to have Jacqueline Carr back with her winning strategies. All right, let me tell you about these draft classes. Somebody sent me the link that they thought that 2004 was the best draft class, and they hurry up and sent me a message and said not all those names I read were drafted. Many were, but some of them were signed as free agents. But they are focusing on Ben Roethlisberger, 2 Super Bowls, Eli Manning, 2 Super Bowls, Phillip Rivers, possible Hall of Famer. And y'all got to just quit throwing Matt Schaub in that list. Like, you ruin your whole list when you throw Matt Schaub in it. Matt Schaub is like a fly in your gumbo. Like, it's good gumbo until you look at, is that a fly? No, I don't want this. Matt Schaub is, if you're not going to convince me that Matt Schaub is anything other than what Karl Anthony Towns said about Russell Westbrook, that can be said about Matt Schaub. Great on getting stats, but give me his signature win. He ain't won no Super Bowl. I think he barely won a playoff game with the Texans, and he rode to the Super Bowl with the Falcons when they lost to the Patriots. So I'm not giving a dude credit for being in the right place at the right time. Not doing that. So, again, you're talking about Big Ben, 2 championships, Eli, 2 championships. All right, let me give you another draft class. Let me give you another one. What about the draft class of 1983? John Elway, 2 Super Bowls. Jim Kelly, 2. He won championships in the USFL and went to 4 Super Bowls, even though they didn't win any. And then Dan Marino, who went to a Super Bowl and did not win it. And then since you throwing in Matt Schaub, let me throw in Ken O'Brien. I see your Matt Schaub and I raise you a Kenny O'Brien. I'm just being silly. I'm being silly. Let's see. The 1983 draft class is the only class to have 3 of its players voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's John Elway, Jim Kelly, and Dan Marino. Now, looking back at that 2004 draft class, Ben Roethlisberger is going to get in. Eli Manning is going to get in. Phillip Rivers and Matt Schaub. Phillip Rivers is questionable. Matt Schaub ain't going to no Hall of Fame unless he pay for a ticket. or his homeboy hook him up. Class of 1983 has 3 already in. John Elway, Jim Kelly, and Dan Marino. Another one to consider is before your time, 1971 draft class that had Joe Theismann, Archie Manning, Jim Plunkett, Kenny Anderson, who was a decent quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, and Len Dickey. That's 1971. Here's another draft class way before our time, 1957. They had Len Dawson, Sonny Jurgensen, Jack Kemp, John Brody from the San Francisco 49ers, and Milt Plum. I don't know who Milt Plum is, but I knew all those other ones. And then here's another one, 2005 draft class after the 2004 draft class that was the best there ever was, according to some. You had Aaron Rodgers, Alex Smith, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Matt Castle, Jason Campbell, who does not get enough credit for what he did in Washington. And oh yeah, by the way, give me a list of the, surefire, awesome, you like that quarterbacks in Washington since Jason Campbell. You had Kyle Orton, you had Derek Anderson. 2005 wasn't a bad quarterback draft class. But if you're just talking about chips, you might have a point about 2004, but that 1983 draft class for me, is the best draft class for quarterbacks in the NFL. Just for me. All right? Got plenty of comments here, and let me see if there are any that I want to read. AJ, Bill Belichick had 17 straight years without having a losing record. That is the so he didn't have that for his whole career. Person. Bill Belichick did not win like that in Cleveland. Bill Belichick had, some. He didn't jump off winning Super Bowls in New England. That got ramped up. Let me give you Mike Tomlin's record, please, real quick, for his career. Now we talk about career. Mike Tomlin, first head coach job in 2007 with Pittsburgh, 10-6. 2008, 12-4. 2009, 9-7. 2010, 12-4. 2011, 12-4. 2012, 8-8. 2013, 8-8. 2014, 11-5. 2015, 10-6. 2016, 11-5. 2017, 13-3. 2018, 9-6-1. 2019, 8-8. 2020, 12-4. And then this year, they're 8-7-1 with 1 game left to play. Mike Tomlin's only missed the playoffs 3 times in his career. 3. He's going to the Hall of Fame. And you can throw me your Bill Belichick stats. Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time in the NFL. And Mike Tomlin himself will say, I'm not in the same discussion as Bill Belichick. But Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame head coach. Period. And the fact that he has never had a losing record. That's very frustrating records. Frustrating seasons where, last year, what they jump out? 11-0 and finish 12-4? Didn't feel like, greatness was happening. But greatness was happening. So, again, he will be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame as he should be. As he should be. It's just that simple. Same thing as I said with NBA players. There's 2 superstars in the NBA. I can say the same thing about head coaches in the NFL. Right now, superstar head coach, still Bill Belichick. Still Bill Belichick. Am I giving it to him for legacy? Absolutely. But I'm also including what he's done this year. Number two, do I call him a superstar? No. I got one superstar head coach in the NFL right now, Bill Belichick. Star head coaches, great head coaches, I guess I should call them, would be Andy Reid, would be Mike Tomlin, would be Sean Payton. That's it. That's it. Now, the up-and-comer who's in a class by himself right now, everybody's talking about Sean McVay. And remember, Sean McVay got a whole lot of dudes hired. If Sean McVay was Amway, he'd be getting residual income for all the dudes that he got hired in the NFL. But it ain't Sean McVay. Check out Matt LaFleur's record in Green Bay. Check out Matt LaFleur's record in Green Bay under him. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be that way forever, but good God, his win percentage is out of this world. Would be, if it's not, would not be the best in the NFL over a certain period of time. If he does this for, 3, 4, 5 more years, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm not stomping for Matt LaFleur. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. All right, listen, I got to get ready to get Sybil Wilkes on here with what you need to know, and then I'll hit you with some birthdays. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday on the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Number 1. Lawmakers are set to return to Washington, D.C. and face a full legislative plate. Democrats are poised to dive directly into 2 big fights: President Biden's sweeping spending plan and voting rights legislation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is poised to bring a fight over voting rights and changing the Senate's filibuster rule in order to move ahead. Other deadlines, like funding the government, are also looming. Number 2, President Biden will have to tackle major issues this year, including getting the coronavirus under control after a severe spike from the Omicron variant during the holiday season. The president will also have to ensure that the deadly virus does not overwhelm the nation's health systems nor the financial markets. He's also set to try to revive talks about his signature climate and social spending legislation to see if parts of it can be salvaged and passed through Congress. Number 3, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is considering adding testing requirements to its new isolation guidelines for asymptomatic COVID-19 patients. The CDC shortened its isolation recommendations from 10 days to 5 last week for people who have tested positive for COVID but show no symptoms. Possible changes to testing guidelines come after Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced Sunday he has tested positive for COVID-19 and was experiencing mild symptoms while quarantining at home. Number 4, police in North Carolina have arrested a Rocky Mount convenience store clerk accused of beating a black man with what appeared in a video to be a wooden stick. The video shows the clerk striking 56-year-old Gregory Evans with a stick on December 22nd. Evans' family said he was having a seizure and was incapacitated as the clerk lashed and cursed at him while telling him to leave the store. The police charged the clerk with simple assault. Number 5, the use of a company vehicle gives tax deductions for the employer as well as tax breaks for owners and employees using the cars. In addition, current tax law and IRS rules make the benefit even better than it was in the past. Find out how to utilize these tax breaks in today's newsletter by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. When you show yourself grace, you can share grace with others. So, be gentle with yourself. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Cameron Riley and comedian extraordinaire Damon Williams as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, thank you very much. There's Sybil Wilkes, what you need to know here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. We're about to put this first hour on the books, get this second hour underway, In fact, when we come back, I'm going to do the birthdays right here on the lunch break.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, kyokradio.org. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday, and appreciate some of the messages and stats that y'all are sending me. I'll get to those in a second because the whole Bill Belichick thing is, I think, confusing some folks, but I'll get to it for you in just a minute. First, let me say happy birthday to an awesome young lady, a wonderful wife and mother. Happy birthday, Jennifer Sellers. She's 38 today. Let's see. Alice Bennett is 67. Anita Daniels celebrating a birthday with Eva Pickens, who's 66. Happy birthday, Lady Eva. Carolyn Allen is 54. Yvette King is celebrating her birthday, along with Alori Timidire. Alori Timidire. I'm sorry, Alori. You know, she's from Cincinnati, and I got to give her love. So happy birthday going out to her. And then celebrity birthdays for today. Celebrity birthdays for today are as follows. The Hall of Fame head coach and the only coach to go undefeated from regular season to postseason and win the Super Bowl, Don Shula, celebrating a birthday today. Of course, he passed away back in 2010, but he was born on this day in 1930 in Grand River, Ohio. Floyd Patterson, world heavyweight champion in boxing from 56 to 59, 60 to 62, and he won the Olympic gold medal back in 52. He was born in North Carolina on this day, passed away in 2006. Steve Slayton, former running back for the Houston Texans, celebrating his birthday today, and one of the baddest men in the NFL. I hope to see him back in the playoffs. Derrick Henry, who won the Heisman back in 2015 at that school down there in Tuscaloosa. Derrick Henry celebrating a birthday today. He's born in 1994. Happy birthday, Derrick Henry. All right, let me get Usher in to do y'all right. Come on, Usher. And Usher's not doing his thing. Come on, brother. All right, happy birthday to everyone celebrating birthdays here on the lunch break. Ain't got no time for that, bro. You get one shot. You get one shot, and I don't know what happened to my thing. All right, real quick, let me look at this Bill Belichick thing, because there are some folks that didn't quite understand the assignment. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record in his career as an NFL head coach. Real quick, CJ says, my sister's birthday is today. Eula M is the 77. Happy birthday, Sister Eula. All right. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record in his career. Let me read these off to you again so you know we can make it real plain. 2007 was the first time Mike Tomlin was a head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL. That was his only head coaching job. He didn't leave to go to USC or Tampa or Toledo or anywhere else. 2007, 10-6. 2008, 12-4, 2009, 9-7, 2010, 12-4, 2011, 12-4, 2012 and 2013, they were 8-8 both those years. That's not a losing record. That's 500. 2014, 11-5, 2015, 10-6, 2016, 11-5, 2017, 13-3, 2018, 9-6-1. 2019, 8-8. That's not a losing record. It's 500. 2020, 12-4. And then this year, 8-7-1. If they lose this weekend, they'll be 8-8-1. That's not a losing record. Sorry. It's above 500. Now, let me give you Bill Belichick, because everybody's texting me and emailing me about Bill Belichick. Let's go back to, don't just start in New England. Cleveland, 1991, Bill Belichick, 6-10. Cleveland, 1992, Bill Belichick, 7-9. Cleveland, 1993. Bill Belichick, 7-9. Those are 3 consecutive losing records. So I could already stop if I want to. Cleveland, 1994. Bill Belichick, 11-5. Cleveland, 1995, 5-11. And he got fired. New England, 2000 is when Bill Belichick took over. 5-11. I mean, this is not even an argument. It's not even a discussion. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record as a head coach in the NFL. He's only been with one team. Bill Belichick has not always had a winning record with any team, and he's been with 2. 2001, 11-5, 2002, 9-7, 2003, 14-2, 2004, 14-2, 2005, 10-6, 2006, 12-4, 2007, 16-0. But they lost that Super Bowl, though. 2008, 11-5, 2009, 10-6, 2010, 14-2, 2011, 13-3, 2012, 12-4, 2013, 12-4, 2014, 12-4, 2015, 12-4, 2016, 14-2, 2017, 13-3, 2018, 11-5, 2019, 12-4, 2020, 7-9. And this year, 10-6, with 1 game left to play. So, are we done or are we through? We done? All right. Thank you. I'm not trying to be smart, Alec, or smart Rob, or smart Tim, or smart Frank. Not trying to be smart Andre. It's just, these are just facts. Numbers don't lie. The interpretation of the numbers lie. Okay? Okay. All right, BR, AJ, thanks for breaking it down, man. I've always said Mike Tomlin was extremely underrated. I got him as a superstar head coach just based on what you're saying. Never had a losing record. And that's fair. You can definitely do that. On my list, it's Bill Belichick. Star, you got Andy Reid, you got Mike Tomlin, you got Sean Payton. And again, 3 seasons in a row with 13-3 for Matt LaFleur. 3 seasons in a row. 81% winning, 81 winning percentage. 8-10 if you carry over, if you go out to that number. But he wins 81% of his games as a head coach. Matt LaFleur could be on that list with Mike Tomlin. And there's some people that think, oh, well, without Aaron Rodgers, he might not be the same guy. I'm just going to say you might be right, but you don't know how hard it is to coach a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Did y'all forget this offseason where Aaron Rodgers held the whole franchise hostage and literally sent out demands? I mean, he held the entire franchise hostage and sent out demands. And for all that he was whining and complaining and drama kinging about, they're 13-3. Oh, I don't have any weapons. They're 13-3. Oh, you went out and drafted a quarterback on me. They're 13-3. I want to have my favorite receiver backs, my security blanket. They're 13-3. I give Matt LaFleur more credit for having dealt with. I saw a meme out there, Mike Tomlin having coached Antonio Bryant, is amazing, whatever the meme said. I say the same thing about Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. I mean, come on. Y'all might like Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Discount Double Check and Mr. Allstate, but for crying out loud, We done seen this man throw his foot up on the screen. We done see this man lie about, boy, am I talking about Antonio Brown or Aaron Rodgers? We done see this man lie about being vaccinated and immunized. We done seen this man go off on people that don't even bother with him. Matt LaFleur deserves a medal. He deserves a vacation. He deserves all bills paid, all inclusive, and to be able to have Aaron Rodgers' phone number blocked until he decides to unblock it. So yeah, Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, a couple of others would be my up-and-comers. All right, let me take a break. Be right back with more right after this on the lunch break. Talk Your Team Tuesday on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
This is Tamara Fuentes.
Teddy Stevens with Chosen Hoops.
And we're at KYOK at the lunch break with AJ Jones, the number one and only. Hey, you should.
Yeah, Tamara Fuentes and Teddy Stevens of Chosen Hoops. I appreciate them both. Good folks. All right. I'm not bothering with some of these folks and these messages. If you're not going to do the work, I'm not going to do the work for you. I've done the work already. Let me go to the phone line. Talk Your Team Tuesday. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
AJ.
Yeah.
That's Big Time Floyd.
Big Time Floyd. What you say, man? You know, you still riding on top of the lunch break weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. I think I'm going to do the results in just a few minutes.
Listen, thank you for the accolades. Listen, I want to talk about my Cowboys.
Okay, let's do it.
Everybody's talking about Dak.
The offensive line. Hey, man, everything starts with McCarthy. Number one, McCarthy as a coach, I have a bone to pick with him about holding the guys accountable. That includes Dak, the offensive line, the penalties, everything that's wrong. It's on his watch. He doesn't challenge these guys enough. Even Dak, hey man, the Dak needs to play a little better and whatnot and protect that football. You notice the game they had in Philly when Jalen Hurts made that fumble.
Yep.
And the coach got in his ear.
Yep. He
said after the game, man, Jalen can take constructive criticism, and that's what he needed.
Yep.
He didn't take it personal.
Yep.
So my thing is this: where's Terrence Steele, the right tackle? Why is he not in the game? Is he on COVID list or what?
Don't know.
I mean, Leo Collins. I mean, he is horrible at right tackle, man. I mean, he's getting pancake every week.
Yeah, the Cowboys start and finish with that offensive line. Everybody wants to blame Dak and Zeke and all this other stuff, but that offensive line is the bread and butter of that Dallas Cowboy team.
The thing of it is, when Terrence Steele was in the game, hey, man, no false starts, no holding. I like him at right tackle. You got my man Tyrone Smith. I mean, he's a shadow of his old self, but he's trying to hold his own.
Right.
But Connor Williams, he's cut down on the holding. I mean, I got to give him that. But it all starts with McCarthy. And on the defensive side, you remember the game when Anthony Brown had 4 pass interference calls on him?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
That game, after that game, I told my wife, I said, baby, he got to put him on the bench, bench him because he's not handling the job. Lo and behold, he puts him back at corner. If you stuck with Anthony Brown for the rest of the year, put him on special teams, put him on punt returns, get him out the secondary. He's killing you. Every time they need a crucial down, they pick on him.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, offensive coordinators look for dudes like that. They look for that. Where you at? Let's go there.
Kingsbury cleaned McCarthy's clock. And regarding the game against Arizona last week, if I'm a defense coordinator, with the speed that Kyler Murray has, left linebacker, you stay on that lane. Right linebacker, you stay in that lane to check against Murray running. You don't leave that lane. You allow Parsons, the middle linebacker, to roam around and cover the middle. The front 4, it's your baby. We're going to deal 4, and we got to protect Murray's speed and that pitch option. I'm not a coach, man. I'm just a regular fan.
Yeah.
They getting paid for this, man.
Yeah. I've always said, if we can see it, and I've sat with my sons, and they were like, "Oh, watch this, Dad. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Watch this defenses blow this whole play." And it's like, if we can see it, you mean to tell me these folks making all that money can't see it? It's just me. Dan Quinn must have been missing Atlanta this weekend.
Yeah, because McCarthy said, "Hey, a concerted effort. We got to run this football. Lineman, you're it. You got to make holes for Zeke and Pollard. Plain and simple. If the starter can't do it, next man on the bench, reserve, get in the game."
Yeah. What's interesting is a lot of folks don't talk about, write about, mention that one of the reasons why Aaron Rodgers was so done with Mike McCarthy in Green Bay was literally that he was lazy, that he wasn't putting in the same kind of work that Aaron Rodgers thought that needed to be put in to revamp, retool their offense, and he felt like they got complacent. And guess who was the offensive coordinator? Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. And see, the thing of it is, Rodgers calling his coach out to get these guys in line. Now, Amari Cooper, I'm glad he spoke out last week. Hey, man, get me the darn ball.
Yeah.
And you notice what happened? They played up-tempo against Washington.
Yeah.
Washington had a decent team. I mean, they're not chopped liver. They had a decent team, but they were focused. They played fast. That cannot play slow.
Yeah.
He can't read defenses like Aaron Rodgers and Brady. He's not that kind of guy. He's an athletic quarterback. He's dangerous on the run. utilize his strength at the most. Don't have Dak holding the countdown to the last 5 seconds. You're subject to get a delayed game penalty. That's McCarthy's fault. Pick up the pace, keep the pace going the whole game. They should have saved that Washington tape. I just knew it was going to be their template for the rest of the season.
Now, Big Time Floyd, I would have to disagree with you, man. Dak can read defenses better than y'all give him credit for.
No.
He read defenses better than y'all give him credit for.
No.
I don't know why Cowboy fans won't give Dak his due. If y'all want, what's that dude's name? Cooper Rush. If y'all want Cooper Rush, just let me know. I'll put the call in, man.
I don't want Cooper Rush. I want Dak to protect the football.
Oh, y'all don't like that.
No. Look. The fumbling, AJ, and throwing in a double coverage.
Okay.
You got to stop doing that, man.
All right, here's the thing. Now, I'm looking at a list right now. The man is barely taped together with duct tape and super glue and Gorilla Glue. And they tried to get him out of Cleveland. If y'all want Baker Mayfield to come home, now Cleveland will take Dak Prescott and give y'all Baker if you want.
No, we don't want this to go by. But I tell you a trade I would make. If they fall short this year, I'll be calling Pete Carroll if he want to swap.
Man, Russell Wilson don't want to fool with y'all, man. He don't want to live in Jerry's world. He don't want to live in Pete Carroll's world. He definitely don't want to live in Jerry's world.
Hey, man, I mean, he that was one of the team on his list. He said Dallas would be one of the teams he'd be, cool with playing for. That was on his list.
He said that was a typo. He fat fingered that one. He didn't mean to do that.
That wasn't no typo. That wasn't no typo.
Big Time Floyd, thanks for everything in 2021, man. Looking forward to more great things in 2022.
Thanks, AJ. I love your show, man.
I love you too, man. Take care. Big Time Floyd, good dude, man. He is leading in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Jones Pick'em Challenge. In fact, let me do this. I'm going to take a break, and I'll come back with the results from this week Lunch Break, keeping up with the Jones Pick'em Challenge. It came down to another tiebreaker. Y'all are just so good at it. I don't even question it anymore. Let's see. Willie Gibson said, talking about the Cowboys, the talent is there. I think it's the law of the lid. Jerry won't hire a strong coach and let him do his job. That's why Purcell's left. Put it this way. Mike McCarthy is the perfect hire if that's what you're looking for. Mike McCarthy is really just trying to play him out. He's just trying to play him out. He ain't trying to cause none. What's the old saying? Don't start none, won't be none. That's Mike McCarthy right now. And I'm serious. If you go back and look at some of the old articles about why he left and when things went sour in Green Bay, a lot of comments about him being lazy. A lot of comments about him not putting in the work. A lot of comments about his offense being stale. What are we seeing in Dallas? Some of that. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Are you looking to start a business? From side hustles to major business opportunity, Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access, no cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy. And right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there. Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Tamara Fuentes.
And Teddy Stevens with Chosen Hoops.
And we're at KYOK at the lunch break with AJ Jones.
Yeah, I had to do them again. I like Teddy and Tamara, brother and sister, both of them real focused on health and wellness and all that. I got to get them back on the show. You know, video, we can get folks on from anywhere. All right. I said before the break, I was going to give the results of this week's lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. It was a really good week for a lot of people. A lot of people were in the 11-4. Let's see, T-Bone 10-6, honorable mention. Milo 9-7, honorable mention. And then it just like jumped up. You had Alexis that was 12-4. Chi-Town was 12-4. You had George Griffith, 12-4. Clarence was 12-4. Big Time Floyd was 12-4. CJ was 12-4. Ferdinand was 12-4. But man, 12-4 did not get it done. You had to be up there at least 13-3 if you wanted to be in the winner's circle. And that's where you had Keisha Kelly, 13-3. You had Amber, 13-3. You had Keith Hennig, 13-3. And you had Delano, 13-3. 4 13-3s in this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Now, it comes down to the tiebreaker. Keisha Kelly had Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won on Monday night. Amber had Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won on Monday night. Delano had Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won on Monday night. And Keith Hennig had them Steelers. Pittsburgh won on Monday night. So now let's go to the final score. Keisha Kelly had the final score of 28-24 Pittsburgh. So she was off by a total of 12. No. 2 and 10, 12. Yeah, I had it right. She's off by 12. Keith Hennig had the exact same final score as Keisha Kelly. Off by 12. Amber had the final score of 23-21. Amber was off by 10. Amber's off by 10. So that eliminates Keisha Kelly and Keith Hennig. Delano had the final score of 27-20. He was off by a final of 6-1. He was off by a total of 7 ball game. Delano wins this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. over Amber by 3 points. Over Amber by a field goal. Keisha Kelly, Keith Hennick right there. Amber right there. Delano gets the win. And again, $50 courtesy of the Hartwell Clinic. Do not enter the new year with the same stresses, strains, challenges, and issues of 2021 without talking to someone. And you can get a great counselor, therapist at the Hartwell Clinic. Their number, 713-280-7979, 713-280-7979, or you can go online to www.thehartwellclinic.com, www.thehartwellclinic.com. They are great, all right? And they do take some insurance, all right? Okay, so let me get back to this. Keith Hennig said, the bridesmaid again. Congratulations, Delano. That's right. Last week, Keith Hennig ended up losing to CJ by 2. This week, he loses to Delano by 5. Man, Keith, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. But you are solidly in there in the standings, the overall standings for week 17. Big Time Floyd is up top. Amber is second by 1 game. Delano is third. Keith Hennig is fourth. Chi-Town is fifth. And Alexis is sixth. Alexis, who was 12-4 this week, is sixth. Now, you got 1 week. 1 week. And those with still a legitimate shot. George Griffin and Keisha Kelly are 1 point out of that, 1 game out of that number 6 spot. Milo and Charlotte are 3 games out of that number 6 spot. T-Bone is 5 games out. Big Mike is 6 games out. And Emmanuel is 7 out. And I really think that's where the cutoff is. So, I mean, they would just have to have a spectacular week over Alexis, T-Bone, Big Mike, and Emmanuel. But George Griffin, George Griffith, Keisha Kelly, Milo, and Charlotte are all within reach. And heading into the final week of the season, it is still wide open to get into that top 6. Why do you want to be in the top 6, you ask? Because the top 6 at the end of the year will compete not for $50, but for $500. And that will be courtesy of the Sports and Wellness Doc and the Hartwell Clinic. And I got one other sponsor I think is going to try and come on in there. So we'll make sure that we get their information and get them out. But man, oh man, it is coming down to the wire. It is close. It is close. Big Time Floyd has not secured the number 1 spot, but he's definitely secured a spot in the playoff round. Amber has not secured the number 1 spot. She can still get it, but she has secured a spot in the playoff round. Delano has secured a spot in the playoff round. Keith Hennig and Chi-Town have secured a spot in the playoff round. But Alexis is the one who could get knocked off by either George Griffin, Keisha Kelly, Milo, Charlotte, or a very outside chance of T-Bone, Big Mike, and Emmanuel. Big outside chance, but it still exists. It still exists. So, man, y'all are getting it done. How do you get in? You can still compete in Week 18, even if you have not competed all year long. All you got to do is give me all of your picks by Saturday. By Saturday, because there's Saturday games this week. No Thursday night football. We've got Saturday games. I need your picks by Saturday at 2:30 Central. 2:30 Central. I got to have your picks. You can text them to me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email me, aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. I need the winners for the Saturday games, and then all of the Sunday games, and then use the Sunday night game, Chargers-Raiders, as your tiebreaker. Chargers-Raiders game. I need to know who's going to win that game and the exact final score of the game for both teams. Exact final score of the game for both teams for the Chargers-Raiders game. And again, just text those to me by Saturday, 2:30 Central, 832-403-5005, or email aj@kyoksports.com, and you're in. Even if you're playing for the first time, you can still win that $50. Now, for the top 6, that's outside of your reach, but you can still win the weekly prize of $50, okay? All right, there you go. There you go. Last night in basketball, the Rockets defense did not come out of the locker room in the second half. They had a slight lead. They ended up losing 133-120. They got outscored by 20 points in the second half. We'll see what they can do when they visit Washington tomorrow at 6. Mavericks beat Denver 103-89. They got 21 points, 15 assists from Luka. They'll host the red-hot Golden State Warriors tomorrow at 6:30. Utah beat New Orleans. Final score there, 115-104. Tonight it'll be the Spurs and Toronto. That'll tip off at 6. As you already know, Pittsburgh beat Cleveland on Monday Night Football 26-14. Ben Roethlisberger, last home game as a member of the Steelers, went out in style. You notice they didn't pick his big tail up and put him on their shoulders. That's a big boy. Texans are starting to send signals that they will be retaining Coach David Culley for next season. The fact that it is even a question is a problem for me. It would not kill Nick Caserio to come out and say, of course we're bringing back Coach Culley. This is year one of a rebuilding process. But no, that's too much like right. That makes too much sense. The Texans apparently are going to bring Coach David Culley back. In fact, we'll know on Monday. When I come back in on Monday, I will be talking to you about coaches that are no longer employed. They call it Black Monday. Texans are going to host Tennessee Sunday at noon. I might try and get Mike Patton on, or at least to call in and see if we can't get an update from him. He has a show called Touring the AFC South, and he's right there in Tennessee. Awesome young man, brilliant, and would love to have him back on the show. I got to reach out to him, see if we can't get him back on this week, since the Texans and Tennessee are going to give it a shot. I don't know if Derrick Henry is going to try and play in this game, but I believe he is going to try to be there for the playoffs. Yep. Justin Reed, safety for the Texans, may have played his last game. He was put on the COVID list and is done for the season, and literally posted a farewell to the city of Houston. I know he and Coach Culley got sideways with each other, discipline stuff, and don't know his relationship with the Pope, Jack Easterby, and the general manager, Nick Caserio, but I feel like somebody other than the Texans is about to pick up a very quality free safety. Cowboys, of course, will host the Eagles Saturday night, 7:15 Central. The Eagles need that one for their playoff lives. So I expect the Eagles to come in ready to go. If Nick Sirianni has anything in his head other than crazy press conferences, I think they're going to have a game plan for that one. And then New Orleans playing for their playoff lives when they host Atlanta Sunday at 3:25. Sunday at 3:25. I got the Saints in that one, but man, Atlanta would love to play the spoiler for the Saints going to the playoffs. That would, man, I tell you, nothing would feel better than that, for them to spoil New Orleans' chance to go to the playoffs. Last night in college basketball from around the state, Southern University beat Texas Southern 63-50. I thought Texas Southern was going to be ready come conference time, but they still got some issues with COVID. UT San Antonio beat Dallas Christian 101-48. Sam Houston beat UT Rio Grande Valley 86-78, and Prairie View and Grambling got canceled because of COVID. So yeah, that's what happened there. Let me look at some of the other SWAC basketball games from last night on the men's side. Alabama State beat Valley 84-75. Bethune-Cookman say, hey, this ain't our football team. They beat FAMU 66-59. So those were some of the other games in the SWAC. Alabama A&M beat Pine Bluff 70-50. And then we already said Prairie View and Grambling got canceled. All right, let me go ahead and take my final break, and then we'll wrap it all up after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! Get up! You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind in paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Attention, those of you looking to go on a fun vacation and see the world on the cheap. Today, the U.S. dollar is worth even more in other countries, so there's never been a better time to travel outside the USA. The dollar is worth over $1.30 in Canadian dollars, and it's the same for Australia. You can fly there today and have fun and maximize your travel dollar. Your U.S. dollar is worth over $3 in Brazilian reals, and it's worth over $18 in Mexican pesos. Plus, in Argentina, it's worth over $27 in Argentine pesos. Just think of the bargains you'll get. And the way you get the cheapest airfare to any destination is by calling Tickets That Cheap. Save up to 75% on your foreign vacation tickets. Don't wait. Call now. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. That's 802-317-1983.
What's up, folks? This is Jasmine Ortiz from Baytown, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is streaming live, KYOKradio.org. Also, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, and we're on Roku. That's right, if you got a Roku streaming device, all you got to do is download the BS3 TV, and you'll see some great shows on there. And one of them just happens to be the lunch break. So appreciate Ben Sutter III on having us on Roku TV. All right, real quick, got to make a correction. A challenge has been levied and has been successful. Big Time Floyd goes from 12-4 to 13-3, but Delano still wins by the tiebreaker. Big Time Floyd had Cleveland winning that one, and he would have had 24-20 in that one. So again, Delano still wins by the tiebreaker. Let's see. And then if you go to the stats, Big Time Floyd is still in the number one spot. He's 2 games up on Amber, but still he has not locked up the number one spot. And it doesn't matter. If you're in the top 6, it's 0-0 come first round of the playoffs. But just for standing's sake, Big Time Floyd is now 2 games up on Amber at number 2. Delano is number 3. Keith Hennick, number 4. Chi-Town is number 5. And Alexis is number 6. George Griffith, Keisha Kelly, Milo, Charlotte, they have very good chances to get in that top 6 in that final spot. T-Bone, Big Mike, and Emmanuel, they are, have outside shots to get in. So, again, the challenge was successful. 1st and 10, Big Time Floyd. 1st and 10, Big Time Floyd. Clock will start on my whistle. Ain't that how the refs do it? The clock will start on my whistle. All right, I had a lot of people comment to me about yesterday's show. Some good, some bad, what have you. We talked at length about coaching, players, mental health, all of that. And you just got folks who flat out, they don't want to hear it. Whether Antonio Brown has mental health issues or not, they don't care. You got to respect the coach. Coach tells you to go in the game. You got to go in. You don't ever, throw your stuff in the stands and walk up, blah, 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 blah. Got it. The only thing I'm going to say about it before I go is, you can have multiple things be true at the same time, and it doesn't make anything else untrue, or it doesn't give you some advantage over another. Antonio Brown definitely did the wrong thing on how he walked off. I don't care about Antonio Brown's legal history. No disrespect to the women that alleged that he sexually assaulted them. All those cases were settled in some kind of way without him being charged. So, I'll put that aside for a second. Reason why I say I don't care about it, he wasn't doing any of that at the time of Sunday's game. None of that came into play in Sunday's game. And the fact that the media keeps bringing it up is just one of those things that I'll never get you to understand how systemic that is. I'll leave that there. What Antonio Brown did on the walk-off was wrong. But where it's starting to look like that Coach Bruce Arians might have been wrong is still in question. Published reports say that Bruce Arians, through the offensive coordinator, wanted Antonio Brown to go back in the game. Antonio Brown allegedly told the offensive coordinator, ankle hurt, can't go back in. Not helping the team, not going to be able to help the team, need to sit out. Published reports say that Bruce Arians then said, if you're not going to go back in, you're through. You're done. A, he's a head coach. He could say that. B, that's what's called an ultimatum. And just because you make an ultimatum doesn't mean that you control how somebody responds to your ultimatum. And again, I'm not in any way trying to condone what Antonio Brown did. the way he did it. All I'm saying is, when you make an ultimatum, you don't get to determine what the response is going to be. And Antonio Brown gave him a response of, oh, I'm done? All right, well, let me be done. Start throwing his stuff off. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Wrong way to respond to it. You made an ultimatum and you got a response that you didn't like back. Here's the interesting thing. As much as y'all want to tell me that back when you were in class 1A.5 football and you played with no shoulder pads, no helmet, no mouthpiece, no shoes, no socks, you were just the roughest thing out there. And your coach, who used to chew on grizzly bears while they were still alive, used to come to you and spit the hair of the grizzly bear in your face, and you just wiped it off and you went back in there. This ain't your one single A.5 high school. And oh yeah, by the way, most of y'all lie about what you were and who you were and what you did back in the day. I mean, listen, if y'all want to lie about Black history, you'll lie about your history. So, I digress for a second. That's not the way it works in the NFL. There's a thing called the collective bargaining agreement. And there's language in the collective bargaining agreement that protects players when they're injured from further injuring themselves in a game. He's got a whole contract that might have specific language in there about how to handle these situations. And I know. Oh, AJ, they can cut players at any time for any reason. Then why haven't the Tampa Bay Buccaneers officially released him yet? Why are they themselves investigating what actually happened on the sideline? What was said? What was the response? What was said then? What was the response? Why are they doing all of that if it's just exactly what Bruce Arians said? I'm not saying Bruce Arians is lying, but I'm also not saying that he's telling the exact truth. He might be telling it from the way he understood it, because apparently there was a go-between. So did he really say, if he doesn't go back in, you're through? Or did he say, hey, listen, if he doesn't go back in, then he's done for the day? All I'm saying is a lot of people like to look at the flashy part of it. Oh my God, look at how he went off. He's done. I'm done with him. Never again. I'm not giving him any sympathy. He should be locked in jail. He should put in a straitjacket. I'm done. And there could just be more to it. I'm not saying one justifies the other. All I'm saying is, like y'all like to tell me, let's let the facts come out. Let's let it play out, because Bruce Arians is one of those coaches from your one single A.5 school that used to chew on the bear and spit the bear hair in your face. And, he's that kind of coach. He's cut from that kind of mold. Well, guess what? It's the right way and the wrong way to even fire somebody. And depending upon what that language is, especially in his specific contract, I find it quite interesting that Tampa Bay has not officially released him yet. And whatever happens, I'm pretty sure that the Players Association is going to file an appeal, especially if they try to take, guaranteed money away. So you ain't got to like him. You don't have to like the way he walked off. But it doesn't mean that there were other people involved that weren't wrong too. And if you're ever going to get it right, you got to get everything wrong right. Not just the part you don't like. Okay? All right, just had to throw that out there. All right, listen, I got to get ready to go. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. As always, Donnie McClurkin here 2 to 3, Monday through Friday. In the morning, Erica Campbell and Griff get up mornings, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central. It's a great show. If you're not listening to that show, you got to tune in. You can stream it live if you're somewhere else. You can stream it live, kyokradio.org. It's a very, very good show. And then I'll be back with Winning Wednesday. I'll give you my Week 17 power rankings. I've already done my quarterback rankings. No, I don't. I haven't. I'll do my quarterback rankings for Week 17. And we'll do our first basketball rankings for the SWAC and the MEAC when we get together tomorrow for Winning Wednesday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it, so don't even try. Congratulations, Delano, on winning the $50 for this week, courtesy of the Hartwell Clinic. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Come on, Sybil Wilkes. Give me some of what you need to know today.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. Number 1. Lawmakers are set to return to Washington, D.C. and face a full legislative plate. Democrats are poised to dive directly into two big fights: President Biden's sweeping spending plan and voting rights legislation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is poised to bring a fight over voting rights and changing the Senate's filibuster rule in order to move ahead. Other deadlines, like funding the government, are also looming. Number 2, President Biden will have to tackle major issues this year, including getting the coronavirus under control after a severe spike from the Omicron variant during the holiday season. The president will also have to ensure that the deadly virus does not overwhelm the nation's health systems nor the financial markets. He's also set to try to revive talks about his signature climate and social spending legislation to see if parts of it can be salvaged and passed through Congress. Number 3, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is considering adding testing requirements to its new isolation guidelines for asymptomatic COVID-19 patients. The CDC shortened its isolation recommendations from 10 days to 5 last week for people who have tested positive for COVID but show no symptoms. Possible changes to testing guidelines come after Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced Sunday he has tested positive for COVID-19 and was experiencing mild symptoms while quarantining at home. Number 4, police in North Carolina have arrested a Rocky Mount convenience store clerk accused of beating a black man with what appeared in a video to be a wooden stick. The video shows the clerk striking 56-year-old Gregory Evans with a stick on December 22nd. Evans' family said he was having a seizure and was incapacitated as the clerk lashed and cursed at him while telling him to leave the store. The police charged the clerk with simple assault. Number 5, the use of a company vehicle gives tax deductions for the employer as well as tax breaks for owners and employees using the cars. In addition, current tax law and IRS rules make the benefit even better than it was in the past. Find out how to utilize these tax breaks in today's newsletter by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. When you show yourself grace, you can share grace with others. So, be gentle with yourself. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Cameron Riley and comedian extraordinaire Damon Williams as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I definitely enjoyed you. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Lord, say the same.